Hi, everybody, and welcome to another segment of AstrologyAnswers.com's weekly forecast. My name is Terrence Gardino. The week begins on Monday, February the 1st. Don't forget, Mercury just went retrograde on Saturday, January the 30th. And often, like about 2 days before and after Mercury changes directions, is when you see the most mishaps, mistakes, miscommunications, losing your keys, etc. And Mercury, remember, will go direct on February the 20th. But let's start with Monday. Well, the moon is in Libra. That sets the public tone. Libra is wants harmony, wants a compromise. So that's pretty good, actually, with this Mercury in retrograde. And Mercury's retrograding in the sign of Aquarius, which is an air sign. And the moon is in Libra, an air sign. So there's a lot of compatibility between our rational mind, our emotional mind, with that moon in Libra. Also, the moon will be very favorable to business practical Saturn by midday, maybe around noon, early afternoon, Pacific Standard Time, and by early evening Pacific Standard Time, then the moon will be favorable with Jupiter, feeling like you had a good day, you're feeling optimistic. So Monday, you can hit the ground running, start accomplishing a lot of your work tasks, feel good about it by the end of the day. With Mercury in retrograde, it's best, especially at the beginning of the cycle, don't start any significant new projects. Don't make any cold calls to get new business. Just keep doing, what you've been doing. Just stay the course. Or if you can go back to old business projects, old clients, and return to them and reconnect to them, that will work. Just generally don't go after new business. On Tuesday, with the moon in the air sign of Libra, it's going to be in harmony with the sun in Aquarius. So everything is flowing nicely. Also on Monday, Venus, that pleasure-seeking, harmonious, romantic planet, Venus, will have entered into Aquarius for several weeks. Aquarius rules over friendships, group activities, so that Venus Aquarius can, be social, want to do things with your friends. Remember to socially distance. Aquarius rules technology. So maybe more of you will, just be getting on Zoom and Skype, and connecting with group events virtually. Wednesday, now the moon, around 6:15 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, enters into Scorpio. Libra is always trying to find the middle ground, trying to be all things to all people. But Scorpio energy, it's all one way or the other. It's very intense, passionate energies. The moon, by late morning Pacific time, will be triggering pleasure-seeking Venus. By mid-afternoon, it's in a challenging aspect to cautious, restricted Saturn, and early evening Pacific time, it's going to be in opposition or confrontation to unpredictable Uranus. So there's a lot of mood swings, a lot of push and pull and stresses. Not a good day for meetings, not a good day for having important personal or professional conversations where you're trying to come to a resolution. Thursday, the moon continues in Scorpio, and now it's in a stressful angle to the sun in Aquarius. This can bring up a lot of old patterns. And with the moon in Scorpio, it's like really deep old ingrained patterns. The bad news is these old habits and patterns are coming up. The good news is being able to recognize these patterns and start to bring more awareness to be able to bring some change. And with Mercury in retrograde, there could be misinformation, miscommunications, but you could re-examine these old habits and approach it in a new way. Friday, now the moon is in Sagittarius for a couple of days. Moon in Scorpio is more dark, more introspective, more private and secretive. Moon in Sagittarius, Sagittarius is adventurous, it's optimistic, it's outgoing, and it moves into Sagittarius 9:17 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But as with all that kind of exuberance and playfulness and wanting to get out there and have an adventure, Venus, pleasure-seeking Venus, aligns with Saturn. Well, that could mean that the general tone for the public with Moon in Sagittarius is to have a good time, hang out, get out there, be on an adventure. But we're still in a pandemic, and sociable Venus is being contracted or curtailed by responsible, serious Saturn. So some of you may be feeling particularly frustrated. You know, it's a Friday night going into Saturday and you really want to get out there and have a good time. But, you just feel that you got to take responsibilities and maybe you want to go out there and have a good time, but other people do not. So it is on the positive. It's a time of responsibilities in socializing. Venus is the planet of love. This is in a positive, but relationships will be tested in a positive. And with Mercury in retrograde, this could be where you're going back over and having some heartfelt conversations for seeking resolution and forgiveness. But with Venus Saturn, it takes a lot of hard work and responsibilities with a lot of gain. Saturday, the moon's still in Sagittarius. It's more favorable now with the sun in Aquarius. So this need to get out there and enjoy life and socialize on Friday and then you're feeling frustrated Friday night because of the Venus Saturn. But on Saturday, now the social Venus is moving away from restricted Saturn, but it is pushing up against rebellious Uranus. And so you got to be careful. Mercury in retrograde, you may not be paying attention. You might be building mountains out of molehills. That's often with Mercury in retrograde. And with Venus Uranus, a lot of people, and with that moon in outgoing Sagittarius, just really want to get out there and celebrate and party and have a good time. But you must socially distance, and the good news is that Uranus rules Aquarius. And where I said Venus went into Aquarius and you could be doing a lot more virtual meetings with friends and loved ones. Well, Venus to Uranus at the same time for Saturday night is have a big old virtual party. Sunday, the moon is void, of course, as we start the day. So the energy is kind of flat, more reflective, introspective, and with Mercury in retrograde and the moon void, of course, until 12:52 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you do not want to make any important new decisions or start any major new projects because the energy, you're just coming up against a wall of resistance. But 12:52 p.m. Pacific Time, the moon goes into pragmatic Capricorn. there's this general tone, let's get serious. Maybe there was all this rebelliousness and frustration Friday into Saturday, but now Sunday, with the moon in Capricorn, a time of being much more responsible and then setting up your week so you can hit the ground running on Monday with more of your workload organized. So I want to remind you, I'm available for the 1-question offer for a nominal fee. To be able to order it, just go to astrologyanswers.com's homepage, click on the tab that says Advisors, scroll down until you get to my name, and click on my name. I want to thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you next week with my next segment. Until then, be safe and well.